Hey everyone, this is the second episode of the playlist, and I'm starting it off this time with Orcs Must Die 2, which is PC only and only on Steam. It's $15 and it comes out in 3 days on July 30th. All the footage I'm showing right here is from the demo, which is publicly available, and it gives you the first 2 levels of the game, and you can play it co-op with another person, but only up to 2 people. We do have the full game. We're starting to play the full game already, but I don't have any footage of that in here yet. Orcs Must Die 2 is a tower defense game that really puts an action take on it and gets you actively involved in the game. You start out with very few traps you put around the map while you're trying to defend your door, while in the first game you're defending a portal, but now they're coming out of the portal and you're trying to defend the outside world. First big change to Orcs Must Die 2 is obviously the co-op. There's now another person that you can play through the game with, which was one of the most requested features from the first game, which was only released a year ago. And you can obviously tell a lot of the same content is still in here, but it's just like an updated version of the first game with 2 players and for 15 bucks. They added in this whole new spellbook, which we're showing right here, and it's a different way to go through everything and upgrade your items, and you also have different outfits, which is entirely new. In the first one, the only thing you could upgrade was your traps, and also you could mess with the weavers, which changed a bunch of different things, but they put that all into the spellbook in this one. And they've also given you the ability to get more skulls, so there's no longer a limited amount of skulls for upgrades. You can even find them on the map. And overall, it just generally looks like a better game, but it obviously uses everything from the first one, and you can tell. But it still looks like it should be really fun, especially for co-op. And if you want to find anything else about it, check out the info of the video and look at the website. Next up, we have Gnomoria, which is a sandbox building game. It is out on PC only currently. It is in alpha and is being made by Robotronic Games. You can pre-purchase the game for $8 and get immediate access to the alpha, which is what version this is that I'm showing off right here. They continually update the game every week. It is being made only by a couple people, but they've done a really good job interacting with the community so far and putting out updates. The game is all about mining, building, creating. Morea obviously takes a lot from Dwarf Fortress or Towns or just other games like that, where you can do whatever you want technically on the map. You can dig as far into the earth as you want. I'm sure there's a limit at some point, but it goes really far. The maps aren't as huge as Dwarf Fortress or anything like that, but they're pretty big maps. And you can create different sizes, and you just start out building homes for your gnomes and building workshops and getting everything going and setting up a base and mining, and eventually goblins will come and start attacking, and you have to build walls and defenses and try to keep everyone alive, and you'll get new gnomes every year or so depending on the worth of your settlement. You can trade with caravans. It already has a lot in it that'll be familiar to anyone that's played Dwarf Fortress or Towns, and it is already really fun, even at the alpha state. But it does have a demo, and I encourage you to try the demo. It's what originally convinced me to play the game. The demo was updated to the same version as the alpha version that everyone else gets who pre-purchased. And they have been updating the game regularly every week, like I said before. So we're always seeing new things coming into the game, and it's a really easy game to pick up and play. And I encourage anyone who likes sandbox style building games, management games, to try it out. So next up is Assassin's Creed Revelations, which came out last year in November of 2011. It's for PC, Xbox 360, and PS3. It's made by Ubisoft, obviously. And it's normally $40 now, down from the original price of $60 or $50. And it's on sale pretty often. I picked it up on sale, and I would only encourage people to get it on sale. I've mostly been playing it for multiplayer so far. I've never played multiplayer for any of the Assassin's Creed games up until Revelations, and it's been pretty fun for the most part. Deathmatch is a little annoying with people pretending stealth doesn't matter, even though the game actively promotes stealth in multiplayer and gives you more points for being stealthy and generally rewards you for going that route. But a lot of people tend to think that's unimportant and just run everywhere, and just they kill a lot of people running everywhere, and that's kind of frustrating that it works. but at least they try to balance it out in some ways, and it's still pretty enjoyable, and I like multiplayer a lot. Single player, on the other hand, just feels like more of the same thing from the previous games. I just finished Brotherhood not that long ago, a week or two ago, and it doesn't feel new enough at all. Hopefully Assassin's Creed 3, which comes out this fall, actually feels new, because Revelations just adds in a lot of new little mechanics, but they're mostly just improvements or little changes. The only thing that's entirely new so far is bomb making and the tower defense minigame. That tower defense minigame is just tower defense. It's not, they didn't do anything interesting with tower defense, they just put it in here. So it's okay. And the story's still kind of crazy all over the place, and it's important if you want to keep up with the series, especially if you played Brotherhood and you saw how that ended. The game's pretty good. I'd wait till it's on sale if you're gonna get it, or just if you've been waiting to play Assassin's Creed, just wait until the third one comes out, because that looks to be doing a lot more interesting new things with the series compared to this. Well, this is still fun if you enjoy the basic Assassin's Creed gameplay. It's just not new enough at all in any way. Last up, we have Left 4 Dead 2, which has been out forever by Valve. And it is around $20 now, but it is always on sale. It was just on sale for, I think, $5 on Steam. Who knows if it's ever on sale for Xbox, because it's a console and that stuff doesn't go on sale very much. And they just released a bunch of new content for the game, which is why I'm playing it. They released the Coldstream campaign, which is a community-made campaign, but it was so popular that Valve picked it up and released it officially here. They redid a bunch of the original Left 4 Dead 1 maps and put them into Left 4 Dead 2. They also have the Crash Course map on here, which they've all been around for a while if you play Left 4 Dead 2. And you're probably already bored of playing them. But if you haven't been playing Left 4 Dead 2 for a while, like me, then it's a good reason to come back and play it a little more. It's still a lot of fun with random people or friends or playing versus. And Left 4 Dead 2 is an objective-based first-person shooter where you go through maps and you go through sections and you're ultimately trying to get somewhere and escape the area. In this one you end up getting to a helicopter and trying to escape through that way. Left 4 Dead 2 doesn't really have a story or anything like that, but all the original campaigns kind of play off each other. And Left 4 Dead 2 has a pretty big community and a modding community, and Valve is supporting it with mod tools, and they just put everything into the Source Filmmaker as well for Left 4 Dead 2. It's still really fun, but I wouldn't recommend picking it up unless it's on sale, because it's been out such a long time that you can definitely feel that everything's a bit dated. That's it for this week's playlist. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. I'm always happy to answer or whatever. And thanks for watching.